And from that table, you can see there are two columns, one for 2023 and one for 2024. It tells you the progress the society has gone through over the years. It's a 2-year table. And I think things have been changing in the environment in which we are operating. And we are still discussing with management to improve it to 5-year table so that you can put on your laps how your society has been the last 5 years. But it's a journey, we haven't gone right yet. We're still discussing with management to move from 2 years to 5 years. But at a glance, you can even see the total assets. We had 1.261 billion last year, and the current year is almost the same. And I'll explain briefly why we're in that situation. And the chairman has been a lot of things. But I want to give you a take home on this table. One item I would like you to draw your attention is something to do with society liquidity. For the society to grow, it must be liquid. And I want to say, it's good the government regulated our business. I know some of you may not be aware, the first credit societies was started in 1970-71. I was a member at that time. They were not regulated. Today, we are regulated. And we are also guided by best practice in accounting. So the input which has been put here, there is regulation, there is also best practice. Even without regulation, best practice precedes regulation. So we have given you, we are going to take you through on this. I'll just keep mentioning a few things. And I want to ask Chairman, this area of financial, statistical table and others require some facilitation in other forums, not this one, because we're just telling you what happened in 2023 and 2024. So when I was talking about liquidity, I was saying, if you look at the last line, at the bottom, you can even highlight, they call it delinquency. You can highlight there. I want you to have a take home there. Delinquency is standing at around 9.6, say 10%, and it's almost the same also during the current year. It means the condition of your loan book has some doubt. The government has put a cap on the condition. Say if there are some weevils on your asset, it should not exceed 5%. But you are at 9%. And I saw the chairman was trying to explain also something on institutional capital. I'll come to that. So it is good to appreciate what is contained here. If the liquidity is not right, your growth is retarded. The shilling must be spin. You spin the shilling. Hey. When you spend the shilling, you are actually giving out loans, you generate income, and I'll come to that when I come to income. So liquidity, you need to support the management to improve on that area of liquidity so that they can give you loans to do what you want to do as you borrow them. So that area is very important. You realize the assets you were at 1.2 last year and 1.2 this year. It means there's something which is disturbing. It's not going up, it's not going down. And I think the chairman has spent a bit of time to explain through other indices. So I will not take a lot of time on that area. The other indices, chairman has covered them well. But mine was to talk about liquidity. Pila shilingi, nakuwa ngumu. Kama imeingia weevils, it will be difficult to spin the shilling. Lakini mnajaribu sana. I want to give you credit. You are supporting each other to have grown from, I don't know when it was started, Chairman, this Sacco? 79. So the Sacco where I was a member was started in 1971. Yes, in 1971. You are doing very well. Despite those things I'm talking about, Zimbabwe. Let's move to something else, Chairman. The others we can deal with them during the education days. I'll ask us to look at page 8. And this is income. Income. You know, you spend a shilling. When you give loans, you are actually generating credit. Oh. So, during the current year, you generated about 187 million. You know, I'm looking at these figures, you know, I feel at home with this. 187 million. Na ile mwaka ngine ilikuwa 181. Sinamna hiyo. There is an improvement. But you can do better if you have better liquidity. Sinamna hiyo. And I want to say, if you look at this table again, you generated 187 million, 50%, about 50% of that 187 million, imerudisha kwenu. It's form of returns. Na iko hapa. Na kuangalia ile mwaka ile ngine pia, you generate 181 M. I'm talking about gross revenue. Ilirudisha as form of returns, remuneration. Sinamna hiyo. So one item which takes almost 50% of your 100 shilling is what we give, is what the management give you. Wana kukumbuka for your jasho yenu. Sinamna hiyo. So this table is in a nutshell it is telling you how much you generated and where did this money go. So 50% ilikuja kwenu. Singine ni administration ya office. Sinamna hiyo. Na kutakuwa na balance. And chairman, when he was talking to you, I was listening. He said we have a problem on institutional capital. Now, hii kitu na institutional capital is if today you want to return everything in the society, you remain within the reserved institutional capital. Well, serikali anasema iwe 8%. So there is a struggle to reach 8%. And again, let's have a collective effort along those lines to watch the indices which are driving. Sometimes we are going up, sometimes we come down. But the things which bring you down is liquidity. When the liquidity is not right, like the Cusco issue, some laws, Nekama Asara. You see, your income is goes down because of provisioning. Or I had people, members talk about write-off. I think I can take opportunity to say yes. Though it's a write-off, it's not a write-off as such. It's been put well by the chairman. It is an adjustment. Ikae mahali. So when some windfall comes, it will be offset and the balance is returned to you the way it was put to the chairman. So income statement communicates loudly about how much you generated and where the money went and what is the balance. Sinapina hiyo. Na hiyo balance inajenga kitu inaitwa institutional capital, which the chairman took a bit of time to explain. To grow that institutional capital, we must be cautious of managing liquidity, because when you don't manage it, we make a provision. Ile pesa ambayo ingekuja kwenu inaenda chini. Ukitaka kulipa, provision imeenda ya Cusco imekula. Provision ya pesa ambayo hamjalipa inaenda chini. So but all the same, despite those challenges, the society is on a growth path. Inaenda. Hakuna biashara haina challenges, lakini let's support each other. I'm privileged to have audited this, and I feel good to convey just from my heart and also from what is here. The other issues I would like to look at, I'll go quickly, is the balance sheet. Page 9. I'll go through quickly, Chairman, with your permission. This one I can ask Kemboy to continue from there. Thank you.
Thank you, our managing partner. I like the way Senior is explaining to members in a layman's language. I think at the end of the day, members will have a take-home. With me and with your permission, Chair, allow me to take you through the statement of financial position, and this is on balance sheet. And I read assets, cash and cash equivalent increased from 157.6 million in 2023 to 219.7 million in 2024. On trade and other receivable also increasing from 134.9 million in 2023 to 142.8 million in 2024. Loan and advances to members decreasing from 927.4 million in 2023 to 855.6 million in 2024. Quoted investment in an cooperative institution, that is note 15A, remaining the same at 1.6 million. And quoted investment decreasing from 16.4 million to 15.7 million. We have restricted funds decreasing from 6 million to 5.6 million in 2024. We have intangible assets also increasing from 722,393 in 2023 to 4.5 million in 2024. On property, plant and equipment, it also decreased from 16.4 million to 15.4 million. Hence, total assets remaining almost the same at 1.2 billion in 2023 and 2024. On liquidity, members, we are seeing members' deposits decreasing from 989.1 million in 2023 to 979.2 million in 2024. We have repaid payables to members also decreasing from 32.5 million in 2023 to 31.7 million in 2024. We have proposed dividends also remaining almost the same at 16.4 million in 2023 and 16.8 million in 2024. On trade and other payables, it also increased from 3.3 million in 2023 to 4.7 million in 2024. We have Wana-Anga risk fund also increasing from 2.8 million in 2023 to 3.8 million in 2024. On liquidity, members, we have our equity. We are seeing that is note 27, increasing from 109.8 million in 2023 to 113.3 million in 2024. On statutory reserve funds also increasing from 53.3 million in 2023 to 57.5 million in 2024. We have capital reserve also remaining the same at 18.2 million in 2023 and 2024. We have retained surplus. We have retained surplus also increasing from 35.5 million in 2023 to 35.6 million in 2024.
Yes, yes, members, thank you, Kevin. Briefly, wakati mwingine kupanda mlima ni ngumu, wakati mwingine ni rahisi. So this table here we've been given for 2 years inaonyesha mahali, kuna mahali tunaenda vizuri, kuna mahali inaonyesha pia mahali iko challenges, and the chairman has put to you. So it requires a lot of collective effort to smoothen your businesses, processes, pamoja. But I can sum it up with liquidity. I can also see you are the main beneficiaries kwa hii maneno hii hapa. Very good. You should clap yourself. Yeah. You are the 50% of your efforts, whatever revenue here, iko sawa. So, Chairman, in terms of immediate cash, I think iko sawa kabisa. If there is a payment due tomorrow, you are able to pay. Take. Kuna zingine iko ngumu, but I think with proper planning, I saw you have a very good strategy. Mutapanda mlima. Sitaki kutisha kusema kuna mlima mutapanda, lakini wakati mwingine ni ngumu. But so, thank you so much. Continue, Kevin.
Thank you, Senior. Tunamuitanga Senior. You know, he's senior in the industry. And through the chair, also with your permission, allow me to take you through our auditor's report. That is on page 5. And I read, we have audited the accompanying statement of Wana-Anga Saving and Credit Society Limited set out on page 8 to page 29, which comprise the statement of financial position as at 31st December 2024, statement of comprehensive income, statement of changes in equity, and statement of cash flow for the period 10 ended, and a summary of significant accounting policy and other explanatory notes. In our opinion, the financial statement gives a true and fair view of the state of society financial affairs as at 31st December 2024. The results of these operations and cash flow for the period then ended in accordance with international financial reporting standards and the requirement of Kenyan Sacco Society Act. Basis of our opinion, we are saying that we conducted our audit in accordance with International Standard on Auditing, that is ISA. Our responsibility under those standards are further described in the auditor's responsibility for the audit of financial statements section of our report. We are independent of the society according with International Ethics Standard Board of Accountants Code of Ethics for the professional accountant. We have fulfilled our other responsibility in accordance with International Ethics Standards Board for Accountants Code of Ethics and in accordance with other requirements applicable to perform the audit of financial statements in Kenya. We believe that the audit evidence we have obtained is sufficient and appropriate to provide basis of our opinion. Honorable members, down there we see the audit key matters, and we are saying that audit key matters are those matters that in our professional judgment were of most significant in our audit of financial statement for the current period. The matters were raised in context of our audit for the society financial statement as a whole and in forming our opinion thereon. We do not provide a separate opinion on these matters. Audit key matter number 1 was on quality of loan book, adoption and implementation of IFRS 9, and this is how it was addressed. We tested the internal control, management control over loan processing and recovery, the IT system in use. We also performed the substantive process of procedure relating to provisioning. We also recalculate the provisioning. We further focus on the adequacy of the Sacco computation and disclosure about the loan impairment and the related risks such as credit risk, liquidity risk, and aging of the loan balances. Also on impairment of loans, we also check on that, and this is how it was addressed. We assess the inherent default risk in various loan products and other financial instruments. We further focus on evolution of other alternative measures taken by the management to mitigate accounting and disclosure of future risks. Yes. We also consider the prudential ratio as an audit key matter, and we are saying that Prudential ratio is a key financial matrix that measures the stability and strength of the society. We review Wana-Anga ratios depict low performance on delinquency. Ratios at 9.93% against the minimum requirement of 5% that is required by the regulator SASRA. Also on institutional capital, as senior has explained, at 7.39%, also against the minimum requirement of above 8%. How this was addressed, we assess the inherent default risk in various loan products and other financial instruments. We also compute and recompute on the prudential ratios and confirm the management strategy in addressing non-performance of ratios to any future risk. Through the chair and with your permission, allow me to take you through the last page, that is page 7, the last paragraph on requirement on other legal requirement. And we are saying that as required by the Sacco Act, we report to you that financial statements are in agreement with the books of account kept by the society, and based on our audit, nothing has come to our attention that cause us to believe that the society business has not been conducted in accordance with the provision of the Kenyan Cooperative Society Act made by the society at annual general meeting. Responsible person for signing these accounts is FCPA Nelson Korir. ISPAC practicing number is 17P/1761. Thank you and God bless.
Mr. Chairman, allow me just 1 minute, before I sit down. What I've done, despite all the things we have said, when I put on a scale, we have given you a clean report. Hata ile ingine tukiweka scale haifiki ile kiwango ambao tumeonyeshwa kwa utaratibu kwa profession yetu. The issues were mentioned, tumewaachia CEO na board yake. Haikufika uzito, so you can now climb the hill. Nilisema mwende mpande mlima. I've given a clean report. Kuna kitu naitwa key audit matters. Hii key audit matters nimefanya audit, lakini kuna mambo ambayo ni lazima ifikie nyinyi, musikie ndio huyu kijana ameusomea nyinyi. Key audit matters haipatilishi maoni yangu. Maoni ni clean, lakini please listen to what he has said about the loan book, and the chairman has also talked about it. Thank you so much. Naomba kazi ya mwaka ya 2025. Thank you so much.
I think Nelson is a mwalimu, and he has done his part. Now it is we to accept what he has done or let him go with it. By that I mean we need to propose and second the audited account. From there on we can be able to discuss them together. So I need a proposer and a seconder, then from there we move on. Masai. Msomali na namba yake? 1253. I think we are now on with our audited account. Nelson, we are very happy, and now it belongs to you. You can now be able to discuss it, agree with it, amend it, or do whatever you would wish to do with it. So, honorable members, if you have something that you need clarification from this account read, Please, it is your turn. Robert. Mike. Robert, wake up so that you can be seen and be given a microphone.
Thank you very much, FCPA Nelson Korir. I think those who attend this forum will agree with me that it's only today that these statements have been read to us as it ought to be read to the members.
Makofi.
Thank you. You have taken us through very well. I wished we had more time so that you could put us through fully on your work. After your presentation, actually I wasn't even interested in your opinion because I was already convinced of the work done. I was glad the way you took us through the loan delinquency, and I don't know which animal you used. Weevils, eh? Ziko mahali lakini ni sawa. But the chairman, the CEO, please take note of that. You also talked of the institutional capital, and I know the members also understood that if Wana-Anga is to close now, it is this institutional capital that remains. And this is what can be used also to take care of our employees. Because we shall have got our money back. But what about the staff? So it is important that you have brought this thing out very clearly. Thank you. You are my senior, FCPA. I know most of you probably don't understand what that means. I understand what it means. You are senior to me. You are member number 1761. I'm still there at CPA level, at member number 13730. Not very old in the profession, but I'm also a member of ISIFA. I'm member number 513. So when you present these papers, it really flows into me. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you. In fact, I'm also happy because this is the first time that Robert is convinced. He's a good member of Wana-Anga. And you would not have gone and challenged it if you are not correct. But I'm happy that in law they call them land friend, isn't it? I don't know how you call yourself in accounting professions. I think that's good. Any other comment, please? We have a member here, please.
Thank you very much. Lakini huo jamaa na huo wanafanana bana. Hebu angalie. They look alike, huh? Yeah, they look. Yeah. Okay. Auditor, you've reminded me of a certain song of Dunia ni Mulima, kuna kupanda na kushuka. Yeah? So, hii mlima, is it Mount Kenya ama ni Ngong Hills? Can you, what is the performance general? Thank you very much.
Any question, maybe before he starts to say something on what colleague has said, any other reaction, even online? Then I'll give you an opportunity to say something.
Thank you for, it's not a political journey. Thank you for the issue you have raised. I was saying you are managing most of the issues, but there are some which you need to put a lot of effort, and it requires collaborative effort management and this important organ which appointed me to say what I've said. In fact, I was empowered by you to talk what I'm talking about. So it is, the issues are manageable, but they are already doing, and by the way, I have already engaged with them. We've done what we call dry run. We know, I told, kanyanga hapa, kanyanga. Sinamna yo. So they will clean up the issues which I felt they needed to be sorted out. So similarly, mildly political, but there are areas you have to be more innovative in some areas, you know, and so forth and so forth. But you saw when I reading the statement, it's like you are on a 2-year table, but I know I can read you 5 years, where you were 5 years ago. Is that not a good journey? I'm saying, though it is not being conveyed here, they are already processing that journey so that you can consume, you can see where you are 5 years ago today when you look at the financials. So I'm saying the journey is very clear, but I'll support them to realize their dreams. And I say the Sacco is just like the Sacco. I was a member in 1971. It was about 7 years old. I was a young civil servant. So it's manageable. It's not mulima ile political hiyo. Hapana.
Yeah, we are also monitoring on those who are online, and it's only one question which has come through. Somebody has asked, what's the cost of loan reduction in members' deposit? The cost of the reduction in the members' deposit. Yes, there is a slight reduction, as you have seen from the audited account, and this is what I mentioned about the former employees who are retiring from the service, and then because of the economic hardship, they feel that they want to remove their deposits and perhaps go work with it before the pension comes. And that's what I was actually appealing to the members, that even if you are employed formally and you have retired from the civil service or the office you are working in, you need not exit from Wana-Anga. You can still retain your deposits, even if you have got an emergency that you want to handle, since we know you. And most of the retirees, they are very credible members. So retain your deposits so that we don't appear to be decreasing, but rather increasing. And on the other hand, we also increase our marketing strategy so that, like these young men that you just saw today, these Gen Zs that we just, yes. So give them another clap of hands. So yeah, you can sit down now. With this kind of incoming young generation, I'm confident that even if some have exited and have taken by any means, because we cannot force them to retain, these ones will balance and even go higher and higher. I think that's how I would like to respond to that question, which was online for purpose of those who are there. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman, for that clarification. We are not very much in time. We are not very late. We are not very early. Now, I'm on number 8, agenda. Consideration and adoption of the proposed payment of dividends, rebates on deposits and honoraria. I don't know whether we take all these payments to, because we are crying for our base, financial base, isn't it? If you all agree that this dividend, rebate, honoraria, zote tuchukwe tupeleke wapi? It boosts our base so that we become stronger, that it is you people to decide. So it is you people to decide, on what you want to do with it, or we have Gen Zs wamekuja jana. We can also give them that money to start a life with, isn't it? Yeah, what I'm saying, in our number 8, it is time now to consider, adopt, or proposed payment of dividends, rebates, or deposits, and honoraria. Before you think of them, you consider to adopt. If you deny that you don't want them, then we return them. But after adopting them, where do you want them to go? After considering them, unataka siende wapi? Tuko pamoja? Now talk to me.
Where are we starting? Adopting first or where?
We propose, then we adopt, if that statement is good. Who is seconding him? Then we can be able to Stella. So now you give a direction. Where do you want them to go? Where do you want your our dividends to go? It is not we want, it is all of us. Where do you want them to go? One member. We give them to agencies. Huh? Umpatie microphone. Where do you want this?
Kama kawaida mkononi. Asante.
Yeah. So you are saying kama kawaida tulipe? Thank you. I think that's adopted, proposed, and seconded. Oh, very good.
Excuse me, member number, the seconder. The member
5194. Thank you. We go to number 9. Chairman, a question for you. Yes. They have already accepted, proposed, and adopt when?
Yes, as I said in my remarks also, we are very conscious that this money is to be used wisely, and we are very much aware that the children are going back to school on Monday. And you know we are very efficient because right now we only create your account wherever you are, even if you are in abroad, you have the ATM card, isn't it? So that money we endeavor that we pay them on Monday. Okay? I think give us the processes because you are yet to finish. But by Monday, we'll have done something. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you. By Monday, all of you will be rich, only if you save well. Number 9, consideration and adoption of the budget for the year 2026. And I'll give this opportunity to our treasurer to take us through his proposals on the budget. Bwana Treasurer, sir.
Soma budget.
Soma budget.
Okay. Sorry. Good afternoon, members. All protocols observed. Allow me to take us through the budget for the year 2025. Like any other budget, it has two components, the income and the expenses. And in preparation of this budget, we considered the actual expenditure, the market forces, and the financial projections. The Sacco has 4 main streams, item 1 to 4. And Chair, if you may allow, in the interest of time, since this had been shared, I propose that I concentrate on the actual 2024 and the proposed so that I move a bit faster. Yes. So the interest from investments, the actual was 5 million. We are proposing 5.6 for the year 2026. Interest from fixed deposits, the actual was 21 million. We propose 17 million. Other incomes came to 2.2 million. Proposed budget is 3 million. Interest from loans, 2025 actual was 158 million. We are proposing 176 million. This is expected to give us a total income in 2026 of 201 million against when you compare it to the actual 2024. The proposed expenditure is on the last column, as I said. The actual salaries and wages was 21 million in 2024. Proposed is 21.5 million. NSSF employee contribution in 2024, we spent 319,000. We propose, or we are budgeting 400,000. Affordable housing employer, this is the part that the employer contributes. In the year 2024, it was 284,000. The budgeted amount is 300,000. Gratuity, actual was 3 million. We are proposing 3.1 million. Traveling expenses, actual was 3.8. We are proposing 3.3 million. Depreciation was 1.5 actual in 2024. Our budget, the proposed budget is 2 million. Audit services, actual was 400,000. The proposed one is 500,000. System audit service, we did not have any this last year, and we intend to carry it out next year. Okay. Yeah, I'm asked that the audit can now be excused because the next agenda will be considering you. So you can leave. Okay, okay. So next year we intend to undertake system audit. It's still new, but it should be done next year. Interest on deposits, this is the main expenditure, 51 million actual in 2024. We propose 56 million for the coming year. Insurance actual was 9.7. This mainly goes to the loan guard. The proposed amount is 12 million. Corporate tax, 2.4 actual. We are proposing 3 million. Corporate social responsibility, 205,000. We are proposing 300,000. Members education, 300,000, 2024. We are proposing 2 million because we intend to carry out some members education. Staff training, the actual was 556,000. We are proposing 600,000. Printing and stationery, 710. We are proposing 900,000. Affiliation to other organizations, 150,000 was the actual amount. The proposed amount is 300,000. The AGM, the actual money spent was slightly above 7 million. We are proposing 7.1 million for 2026. Bank charges, 742,000. We are proposing 1 million. Board expense was 4.2 million actual. We are proposing 4 million. Telephone storage and, telephone, postage and internet, 1 million. We are proposing 900,000. Subsistence expenses was 3.3 and we are proposing 3.5 million. On repairs and maintenance, the actual was 247. We propose 400,000. On data expenses and office backup, 466,000 was the actual. We propose 600,000. Ushirika Day celebrations, 186,000 is what was the actual amount. We are budgeting for 700,000. Software contract, this is the annual maintenance contract. The actual was 221,000, but with the implementation of the new banking system, we have to provide slightly more. The proposed amount is 1.4 million. Front office expenses, the actual was 559,000. The proposed amount is 1 million. Security was 753,000. We are proposing 800,000. Office expenses came to 1.3 thousand. We propose 1 million. Dividend processing was slightly above 1 million. We are maintaining the same for 2026. Provision for loan loss was 3 million. We are proposing 4 million. Provision for bad debts and other receivables was 3.9, and we are proposing 4 million. On legal fees, the actual amount was 112,000. We are proposing 500,000. Fuel expenses and motor vehicle maintenance, the actual was 344,000. The proposed amount for 2026 is 400,000. Apex body activities, 943 was the actual, 1 million is the proposed figure. SASRA deposit levy and license was 1.7. The proposed one is 2 million. This is a proportion of the deposits that we have. Then consultancy expense, 877,000 was the actual. We are budgeting for 1 million. Marketing, 580,000. There was a request that we step it up this year and even next year, so the amount proposed is 1 million. Then ministry remittance expense, this is the amount that is charged for processing of salaries. The actual was 447,000. We are budgeting for 700,000. Workshop seminars and seminars, 1.6 million is what we spent. We are proposing 1.7 million. Amortization charge, 1.9 million. The proposed amount is 1.9. On core banking and other channels, 5.2 million is what was spent. We are proposing 1 million in 2026 because we will have paid off the rest of the amounts. Digital loan services, 675,000 was the actual. The budgeted amount is 800,000. So this brings a total of expenditure of 150,000 in the year 2026 in comparison to the actual expenditure in 2024, which was 139. And if you net off, if you compare that with the projected income, that shall leave us with an expected net profit of 51,500,000. The expected rebates on members' deposits is expected to be 32 million compared to the actual 2024, which is 31. The surplus that we are projecting is 19.5 million as compared to the surplus in 2024 of 16.5. So all factors assumed constant, we project a better year 2026. I'm through, Bwana Chairman.
That is the budget to enable the Sacco move forward with the operations, because without a budget, you can't operate. So that's the presented budget. We call upon you to accept it or reject it. I need a proposer, a seconder, then from there we can talk about it. A proposer and a seconder, both online, and those who are here on the budget, to allow us to discuss it. I see a hand on the other side. Give the mic, the name and the member number.
David Meni, 1471. I propose.
Seconder. Members, seconder for the budget to move. I see a hand on the other side. 913. So I think now that is our proposed budget by our treasurer, and for any reaction on the budget is allowed, because we have already taken it as our property. Any reaction on our budget proposals? Mr. Mkolwe. Faster.
Now, Chairman, through you, let me report that last year we discussed here about marketing so that we can market ourselves and see if we can get more members. I think the figure that we saw in the Chairman's report that we recruited, if it's an indicator to go by, then I don't know whether we are doing well in marketing. There's a time we saw some small advertisement on social media. I don't know whether it was social or electronic media. And I don't know. We have never been told the impact of that, the feedback. Was it positive or it was negative? So that before we think about moving from 50,000 to 1 million, was it 50,000 or 500,000? 500 to 1 million. Then we know, is it something that is going to help this society, or it's something that we are just going to put there so that it goes? Because I think we had given a window for people to see if we can do some marketing to bring members on board on Wana-Anga, not on board. When I say on board, you might think they're coming to contest. They not come. They just join as members. Thank you.
That is on marketing. Another reaction from members. We are discussing the budget. Is there a member there?
Okay, mine is on the Ushirika Day.
Your name and member number?
Humphrey Angulu 1560. Yeah, because I've seen we are going from 186 to like 700. And of late, actually, there isn't a lot of fanfare on Ushirika Day like it used to be. So are we going to have to get it back to where it was? Because nowadays it's like a private affair. Thank you.
That's a good question on the Ushirika Day. Will be answered. Any other? Then I'll give the chairman opportunity to answer the two questions or the comments. Chairman.
Yes, again, thank you, members. We have seen those who are also online. Maybe I start with them. They may feel that we are only concentrating on those who are physically here, but somebody online has asked about the issue of the gratuity, that we are spending some money, close to 3 million on gratuity, and is wondering, are we employing all staff? What is happening? Gratuity is usually paid together with the salary, and this is the money that is taken to their pension. So it's usually given continuously, so that you don't wait until the contract of the member or the officer ends. So that's why you see that vote there in terms of the gratuity. It goes to the staff. Usually it is 30% of the basic salary, but then that money is taken to their pension scheme. So I think that clarifies to the online member who was asking about that part of the gratuity. The issue of the Ushirika Day, yes, there's a slight increase as per the budget which is being proposed, because last year we did not have the physical Ushirika Day. There were some few challenges here and there, but of course we facilitated the areas in terms of there are even nominations for the Saccos, how they are performing, but the physical participation did not take place, and we know that it's going to happen this year. I know we used to have, and members move all the way to town with the t-shirts, with the big banner of Wana-Anga and the trophies. I think that's what my friend is to tell this board that we need to come back. They need to be plowed. So I think that may justify, and we have to plan for it, and accordingly with the budget. I know even members were enjoying thereafter the success. So it is in consideration, Humphrey and Guru. Again, on the issue of the marketing, yes, coming from Boosted, we are trying always and means of reaching to new members. And one way, if you want to reach these young fellows, you have to use our social media platforms. Currently, Wana-Anga is in all the three. I don't know how many they are. There are so many social media channels. And that is where the marketing is going to. Because if you just have to move physically, it becomes very difficult and more expensive. We even had interviews. I remember the chair went to KTN, also went to Nation. At a reasonable cost, we were able to get some airtime. And that also brings out what is this animal called Wana-Anga. And to that extent, even interested members who are away from us are able even to ask. Some of them even called. I remember even from where I stay here in Nairobi and where I go to the church. When they saw me on the television and I was talking about Wana-Anga, some of them told me, yes, we are going to bring fixed deposit there. And indeed, yes, they brought. Yeah. So even joining the same. So I think marketing strategies have to be very dynamic. And with your support, because you are also a champion. Wherever you are, if you talk positive about Wana-Anga and what you offer, I think in one way or another, we help each other to bring more members so that we grow as a team. I thank you.
Thank you, Chairman. I think the concerns are properly addressed. Oh, this one. Mike.
Thank you very much, Chairman. There's one thing, when you are giving the chairman's report, you talked of some scholarships. Yeah. I don't know whether they've been captured in the budget about the scholarships.
It is on.
We are shareholders with the Co Bank and the COP Holding. Would you want to say something? Please go ahead. They are able to.
Our mics are not working.
You can go.
You come here.
Edward. It's me.
Hamjambo Wana-Anga. Nikisema Wana-Anga mnasema ya moto, sijui yenu ni gani. Wana-Anga.
The rising star.
Great. Let's appreciate ourselves. Naona mko chojo. Chairman Mbona Ngujiri hawa kwa chojo. So mine is just to answer that question that came from that member. Cooperative Bank we run, as I started in the morning, I told you we are owned by the Cooperative Movement of Kenya. And out of this, 65% of the bank is owned by the cooperatives. As such, they have elected delegates to represent the interest of the 65 shareholders. They are also the ones who elect the directors who run the bank. By that, they decided what will be their CSR. They said their CSR will be to support the members of cooperatives who have needy and bright student were not able to, maybe by then it was going to secondary school and such. So they came with a formula where each and every delegate every year is given a form to recruit a needed child from their Sacco. So if you are a member of Wana-Anga, maybe somebody who is struggling, and then you approach your chairman, and let's appreciate the chairman is a delegate, he'll be given a form. Every year he's given a form. And we have over 400 delegates in the country, and that's what have been happening for several years down the line. I want to appreciate that the bank has fully been footing the bills for those children since the inception of that foundation. So I know those who come from maybe areas where we have, the rural areas could have seen those kind of sponsorship. And this is entirely financed by the bank, by the business we are doing with your Saccos. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Cope. I don't want to add because he had finished everything. I go to the 10th agenda. That is appointment of auditors for the financial year 2025. What I would say is the auditor we have started with us for last year. He has an opportunity. If you still want him, you also have an authority to give a proposal for another one that you would want. They have an opportunity for 3 years running. After 3 years, then they cannot be able to go again. So you decide we need an auditor for 2025 to audit our books of accounts. Members, Mike, here.
Thank you very much, Chairman. Although I thought it was related to Olo Robert, but I've realized Olo is coming from the lake, the other one is coming from Rift Valley. Kuna wazee ayaribiki maneno, mzee was very pragmatic. Ametuelezea kwa jina kwa ile low level to understand the audits. Me, I think he's a good guy. Thank you very much.
So you are proposing?
Proposing.
Okay.
What I'm getting from him is giving him a green bill of health to proceed. Unless somebody has a different, then from there we can propose and then move on. Anybody with a different opinion on what he has said?
A second.
Oh, give him, then just give him.
Thank you for this opportunity. I think since it's a 3-year term, let him finish his term. So I second.
Excuse me.
Thank you.
Member number?
Member number 1406. So I have proposer and I have a seconder, and I think Nelson and Francis is going to be our auditor come 2025 the end. Agreed? On my second last agenda, this goes now to elections of officials, as was read by the secretary, and it is a normal practice that every year members retire. And I leave this position now to our bosses, that is now the Ministry of Cooperatives, who is concerned about this, and they now be able to take over and take us through. And we are lucky that we have the director who will be going to be able to take us through this agenda. Madam, welcome. Karibu sana.
Thank you very much, Chair and your board. Allow me to make a few remarks before I get into the elections. I have come with a team. One is online, Hilary Musina, whom you know very well, and Florence Akinyi. Just wave. My name is Dolphin Aremo, the County Director of Cooperatives in Nairobi City County. I appreciate the new members who joined in the course of the year, more so the Gen Zs. Mnakumbuka last year tulipangwa kidogo, tukapangika, na tukwa na ushirika day the way we normally have. But I want to confirm to you that this is the International Year of Cooperatives. And so we will celebrate Ushirika Day in a big way. And I expect to see you there in your beautiful t-shirts. Our role in the county is to register cooperatives, promote them and grow them. And that's why we work with you on a daily basis. Chairman, I want to appreciate your performance. I know you don't have very high growth, but you have explained that you had quite a number who retired and who happened to be high savers, having withdrawn their deposits. Ordinarily, that would affect the performance. I also want to share with you the challenges we had. This may have been mentioned by the chair, but I also want you to hear from us. To be specific, Cusco had a serious challenge last year. It has been in existence for 52 years, but for the last 7 years, it was incurring some losses, and unfortunately was declaring some surplus. We learned a lot through that, Chair. Only give the members what they have performed. Don't give more because you don't have to impress members. So the ministry, through the CS then Chelugui, removed the board, appointed an interim board with a view to reviving Cusco and to revamp it. And you may have seen last week, a team was elected because the interim boards came to an end. And so I want to confirm that the government supports the revival of Cusco. The way forward is that Cusco will be registered as a federation to do what it was meant to do, which was advocacy, lobbying, and training. What caused him the problems was that it had diversified into areas which was not the core mandate. Remember, there was insurance, housing, without capital injection, and of course, issues of governance. When it is registered as a federation, the CFF, the Central Finance Fund, will also be registered with a separate board to be regulated by SASRA. You remember the questions were, where was SASRA when Cusco was going down? SASRA was registered to regulate savings and credit. Cusco was not a Sacco, it was a union. Allow me also to update you where we are with the cooperative bill. It has passed Parliament successfully. It is now before the Senate. Once concluded, we'll be able to benefit from that document because it will give us a platform to have shared services. Shared services simply mean that there will be inter-Sacco lending and borrowing. If you need to borrow, then you can easily go to Sacco A, Sacco B to borrow. It will also operationalize the Deposit Guarantee Fund, which has been the act had not operationalized, the way we have central bank and the other banks, so that when we get a society getting into a challenge, then from the deposits, they do not lose out entirely. Mr. Chairman, with the Gen Zs, how they organized us and disorganized us, we couldn't have the Ushirika Day, we learned a lot of lessons that we need to embrace them into the movement, and I'm happy that you have quite a number who have joined. And design products that suits them. The Gen Zs do not want to be told that when you join, you will wait for 3 months to get a loan. They want loans on arrival. And so design products like Karibu loan, but we also want them to save. So as you give them the loans, part of it should go towards the savings. We'll be going to elections. I have been with this society for quite some time. And I want to say that this society has really matured. This is not the meetings that we used to have in the past, where there was so much tension because of election and concentration was on election. I'm a very happy director that I've worked with a society that has now settled. The meeting is very calm. Even the way the members are asking about accounts and budget is very pleasing, Mr. Chairman. So allow me to take this opportunity to take you through the elections in the interest of time. The deadline for cooperatives meetings is 30th of April. And today happens to be a busy day. Today and tomorrow, will be very busy. From here, I know the officers are also going for other meetings, and I will also be joining them. In your society, we have 3 board members retiring from the board and 1 in the supervisory. From the board, we have Charles Ngunjiri, just stand chair. We have John Mwiruri, there he is, and we have Martin Olo. Those are the board members who are retiring today, eligible for re-election, but there is one who did not apply. I'll be able to clarify. Now that you have been seen, just get seated. It is a requirement now, especially you being a deposit-taking Sacco, that when you have a meeting like this, interested persons into the leadership apply in advance to the vetting committee, which vetting committee is chaired by my office. Because of my busy office, I can appoint any of my officers to do that on my behalf. And of course, the CEO is the secretary and the other 2 members. So in the year under review, we had people who applied, namely, for the board, Charles Ngunjiri, Vincent Oduk. Where's Vincent? Is he present or? Yes, Vincent remains standing. You know, when you are new, we want to get used to your face. And John Mweruri. Where's John Mweruri? Yes. I think you can come here so that you are seen well, eh? Because I'm now bringing you back to the members. Kindly come. Come in front. So members, this time, we have 3 vacant positions. We have 3 applicants. I will not declare them elected until I get a proposer and a seconder. And I want to start. The officer, of course, will be writing. Starting with Charles Ngunjiri. Who is proposing Charles Ngunjiri? Yes, microphone. We want the microphone to move. Who is proposing Charles Ngunjiri? Yes, at the center. You just stand up and propose. Your name? Is there somebody to pass the microphone so that members online can also hear as they participate in the elections virtually?
Yes, thank you. I propose Mr. Charles, and I'm member number 5104. My name is Frederick Muganda.
Yes, who is seconding? Yes?
I'm seconding David Oko, member 1731.
Thank you. Candidate number 2, John Mwiruri. Proposer for John Mwiruri. Let the microphone move. Yes, at the center. I want to be gender sensitive. Yes, let me hear lady.
Yes, I propose John Mwiruri.
Your
Membership
name?
number, Lilian Monyao. Membership numbers 5105.
Very good. Seconded, and I want to look at all sides. Don't concentrate in one area. Ninaanza kuambiwa nimefanya rigging. Huku upande pia. Okay, there you are.
Membership number 5459. I'm Collins Alukwe. I second John Mwiruri.
Very good. Candidate number 3, Vincent Oduk. Move this side now. Move this side. And a lady. Gender. Yes. There you are.
My name's Violet Asiko. Membership number 1987. I
Very good.
propose Oduk.
And she attends all AGMs. Every AGM I meet her here. Second.
My name's Amos Mubama. 1335.
1335.
Yeah.
Members, they have all been proposed and seconded. I now want to take this opportunity to declare them fully elected. Congratulations. Oduk, you will now get a seat this side. That is how people get promoted. Now utakuwa huku, kama kuna swali utaanza kujibu. Asanteni sana. Yes, he's being escorted, security. But he doesn't qualify for honorarium. Because honorarium is for those who are in the office. Very good. Now we go to the supervisory committee. Supervisory committee, we have Mary Kurgat. Mary Kurgat, come here in front. Yes, Mary Kurgat is before you. Her term came to an end, and she was the only applicant who was cleared. But she needs a proposer and a seconder. There, your name at the center there?
Stella Nyamwea, 1433.
Stella Nyamwea proposes.
And Lawrence Msamali, 1253.
You are seconding.
Thank you.
Very good. Mary Kurgat is fully elected. Thank you very much. Chairman, we want to thank this society. Elections today was very easy. I didn't have to go through any stress. I didn't have to bring so many people. Receive greetings from the chief officer in the county, George Mutiso. He was to come, but unfortunately the governor called him as we were coming. Thank you very much. Count on our support as a county. We will always be there for you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Director Remo. You have been a good partner with us. You have journeyed with us, and we really appreciate the work that is being done in the ministry and the county. So pass our regards to the highest level. Yes. And even the chief officer who is on the way coming, we really feel honored because not many circles are visited by chief officers. We are eagerly waiting for her, and for that matter, I also want to thank the members. Nasema asanteni sana, mbarikiwe. You have given us a lot of confidence. You have really made this Sacco proud. On behalf of my colleagues whom you have come back and the ones who have been elected, I really want to say that we will commit to make this Sacco great. It is our duty to ensure that members are served properly, efficiently, and in a manner that they are going to enjoy. We are always available in case you come to the office and you are not very happy with what has happened. Please always ensure. That's why the whole of this board is there. So we want to commit that we will ensure that we give the best of the best. I know the economic hardships that we are going through. We look at it to ensure that we give the human face and ensure that our members are happy with the services that you'll be getting. Also, ensure that you also support us so that we are, all of us, move as a team. I don't know whether there is any burning A or B, but at this juncture, since there's one member, one board member who has been my vice chairman, Nimze, he has been with this Sacco and journeyed with you. He has been our MC for this AGM, and now you know whom I'm talking to. I'm talking about Martin Olo. Martin Olo has shown the way that you can pave way for a younger generation also to come and take the lead. That's how Oduk has benefited through this process also. So it's not easy, and there's a decision that giving or delegating the younger generation is also the way forward. And when they show the interest, we also pave the way. So we are on our exit as we leave this younger team to come. Prepare yourself psychologically and otherwise, you are the future leaders. So in this regard, I really wanted to appreciate Martin, having been our vice chairman for this period, and having worked for Wana-Anga for the last 24 years? 21. I'm almost adding, Give him a clap. He voluntarily said that he has worked enough, and there are other people who also can be able to read. And by good luck, God has also blessed him. You know, he looks young, but he retired several years back. Is it 3 or 4, 5? 4. You can imagine, bado anakaa Gen Z, eh? So you also have to look at your health. So beside that, even after he retired, he did not remove his deposit. He has continued supporting the Sacco, and he has even gone to a higher promotion at the County of Kisumu as the Director of Environment. He will be saying that, but you can imagine that those positions, eh? So, and you wish him higher positions. He is not stopping there. So I think I want to call him so that he also says something as he exits this position and give us his wisdom moving forward. Karibu sana Martin.
Habari zenu. Sasa nimekuja kama raia. I'm happy, and I think I've been in Wana-Anga as a member for so many years. I belong to the meteorological family. I worked in this department for over 40 years when I joined in 1980. How many were there? And I joined Wana-Anga board. In fact, we joined together with the treasurer, Mr. Morioki, the same time, and we have been here for the last 21 years. I retired in the service 2000, was it? When did I retire from the service? 2020. And I feel very much privileged to work in the department, grow in the department, and I feel happy. To my colleagues in the Sacco, we have journeyed for a very long time, and I felt that a good dancer should know when to leave there. You don't wait to be told that you are about to break your leg. You just see that now you should give way. I thought it for over a year, and I felt I should not defend, but you are in good hands. Wana-Anga is diverse. We have many people and many regions. So when you are electing your board members, you must also sometimes be looking at the balancing so that one region does not monopoly. Tuko pamoja. That will also make it have more ladder and even easier to operate. Currently, I'm working in Kisumu as a county director, environment, climate change. But I think I'm also maybe soon moving out from there to another better thing, God willing. And retirement is not something to worry. If you are worried before you retire, then you are dead before you retire. Because everything has a season. You move from here to the other part. Otherwise, I'm happy. All these journeys you have journeyed with them. The board that you have is a good board. What you need to do is to support them. Our auditor talked of financial base. You can't run an organization that has no money. And that's challenge most of our members. We are contributing 1,000 per month as monthly contribution. How much that money per year? And how does you grow with that? how can this Sacco grow? If we have one member's money, Wana-Anga is very rich. We are $1 billion. But let me tell you, out of the $1 billion, almost 800 million belongs to the members outside there. You don't have anything. And you can count on that. Individuals can count their shares and say, how much shares do I have in Wana-Anga? If you combine with the members, utapata, the only money Wana-Anga is proud of is maybe 400 million. Just because we are not saving. And imagine that money you save in Wana-Anga is your money. If you look at the audited account, we have made how many millions? And only 30 million is coming to you. Almost over 50 million go to the fixed depositors. And we have to pay them. What do? Why can't we make that money be our money here and use it here by ourselves? And that is where we say our dividend is going down, 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 because we are bad savers. To the Gen Zs, this is the opportunity. Before you commit yourself, save first, then from there on, you can be able to take a loan and do other things. Otherwise, I'm very happy, and the only thing I can say is to wish members of Wana-Anga good life, remain steady fast, but save for tomorrow. To the board members, these are our employers. If you don't value them, they can either promote you or destroy you or bring you down. To our staff, we have good staff. Madam was a bit injured, but I'm happy. You don't cry inside. Let people know what. And even the members who are frustrating, in case they are there as our employees, now they know that something is not correct. And the members be taken care of. So I'm happy to live, and I'm living a very happy person. But I'm not living the cooperative society. I'm still a member, and I remain a member. If you come to Kisumu, kuja tukule samaki. Tuko pamoja. Thank you, long life Wana-Anga, long life everything.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Martin. We wish you God's blessings as you go to the next level. You never know, you might be the governor of Kisumu very soon, or anything else in the next election. So let's be proud when ourselves are also rising up. At this juncture, I know, first of all, is to say a lot of thanks, because this was one of the most efficient AGM I've seen. Look at the time. We have taken the shortest time possible, because you members knows what you want, and you are going straight to the point. So I think we are going to less the matter here. One thing is that we are going to credit your participation. We always give you something when you attend the AGM. For those who attended online, there's 1,500 that is credited in your account, and because of the transaction charges, we also put 100 bob, so it comes to 1,600, and that is for the members who have been in the Sacco, who are full members. Remember, you must have the minimum shareholding of 25,000, isn't it? You must have been in the Sacco for the last 6 months. So those are some of the registers that we are saying that is going to be done. And again, as we have also promised, we are going to be very efficient to ensure that we also distribute your dividends, the rebates. The pay slips, I'm told they are almost ready. So as you correct those dividends, and they also be credited to your accounts, so you can access them wherever you are. You don't have to come and queue here. Even if you come and queue on a cashier, fine. But wherever you are, you can be able to use your ATM and be able to withdraw that money efficiently. So we will be able to do that, to ensure that members are easily facilitated. The other thing is that we are going to be very efficient to ensure that we also distribute your dividends, the rebates. The pay slips, I'm told they are almost ready. So as you correct those dividends, and they also be credited to your accounts, so you can access them wherever you are. Even if you come and queue on a cashier, fine. But wherever you are, you can be able to use your ATM and be able to withdraw that money efficiently. So we will be able to do that, to ensure that members are easily facilitated. With that, we want to close, and we started by prayers from the members, and I'm requesting my board members, we have a volunteer. I know the credit share is here, and you may wish to see her properly so that after this you can follow her for a loan, isn't it? So credit share, Director Magdalene Gateri, please come and close the meeting for us. Otherwise, asanteni sana na Mungu ambariki.
Sijui kama nitafikia hii. I'm the tallest among the board members, and again I'm Magdalene Gateri. I appreciate everybody here who has come, every member. We appreciate even the guests, and without much ado, let's bow our heads and pray. Our Heavenly Father, we come before you this afternoon with thanksgiving in our hearts. Thank you, O Lord, because you have seen us through since morning until this hour. We cannot forget to say thank you for the blessings that you have bestowed into our lives. How we pray that, God, we are going to move up together as we have been told here. Let us all move together as members and as board members for our growth of the Sacco. We know this Sacco has been a blessing to all of us, has been a blessing to most of us, and mostly to all of us. We cannot forget to give you thank you, and we pray that it shall prosper so that we can see us moving. How we pray that, God, you are going to bless all our members who are seated here. We know that we have challenges in our pockets, oh Father, and now we pray that you are going to bless every member so that he or she can prosper. We can also not forget to pray for our board members or board members. Let us work together. We work in collaboration. Even our staff, so God, we bring them here so that, God, you can bless them and you can give them wisdom. We also cannot forget to pray for our guests who have visited us from cooperative and also from bank. All of us, as we move together, oh Father, I know you shall bless us and you shall glorify your holy name. Lord, as we are going to part this afternoon, bless us, bless our roads, sprinkle your holy blood into our roads, oh Father, so that when we go home, we find it the way we left it. And we thank you and we pray that you are going to bless us from now all through our ways. And we pray this believing and trusting in your holy name. Amen. Amen.